greatness that night. It's about the fight. It ain't about the champion. It's about the fight. That's all I care about, the fight.
Kenny Ellis said was, look, man, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We know what Lamont Roach brings to the table, and he says that Lamont Roach is...
I don't know if Lamont Roach exposed weaknesses of Tank Davis.
Gervonta Davis's coach, Calvin Ford, responded strongly to Lamont during the rematch press conference, saying, "It's over, and they will see who the real champion is in the fight." His confident and bold attitude made it clear that he truly believes Gervonta will win and take control in the ring.
And sit there and say to themselves like they came from a karate movie, man, I want to fight just like Tank. I want to be just like Tank.
Gervonta Davis is fully focused and working hard for his upcoming rematch. He knows how important this fight is for his career and name, so he's putting everything into his training. Every workout is carefully planned to make him stronger and better in the ring. This time, he's aiming to fix his past mistakes and come in more ready and powerful. His team is also doing everything they can, knowing this fight is key to proving he's still one of the best.
One of the best trainers in boxing, second guy in the corner, is responsible for a lot of the real tactical decisions and tactical analysis that goes on in Gervonta Davis's corner. So you have Coach Calvin, and Coach Calvin is the head trainer, and you have Coach Kenny, who really specializes on preparing game plans specifically for opponents. So to have him talk about what's going on with Lamont Roach, I thought was interesting and insightful, because what he said was that, one, he's not falling for the okie doke. When Mill City asked him, hey, what do you think about the fact that, that Lamont Roach was seen at a basketball game chugging a beer? And I would have added to the question that you see Lamont Roach out giving a bunch of interviews, doing the interview circuit, right? Kind of being a little bit out of character leading into the rematch. Do you think, and this is what Mill City asked, do you think that is something you guys are taking in consideration in preparation for the fight? And what Kenny Ellis said was, look, man, we're not falling for...
Reuniting with Coach Calvin Ford has brought new energy to Gervonta Davis's training. Their strong bond is built on trust, respect, and a deep understanding of how Davis thinks and fights. Coach Ford has been a big part of Davis's journey, helping shape his natural talent into a smart and aggressive boxing style. This renewed partnership is giving Davis both emotional support and smart training, helping him stay confident and focused on his goal of becoming champion again.
Do you think, and this is what Mill City asked, do you think that is something you guys are taking in consideration in preparation for the fight? And what Kenny Ellis said was, look, man, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We know what Lamont Roach brings to the table, and he says that Lamont Roach is, we're not believing that he's out there drinking or blowing up a bunch of weight and all of that. He says what most people say, hey, we're going to prepare for the best version of Lamont Roach that is going to, that'll come for us. But the way that he saw the fight coming out was he said he sees it like the fight before, a lot of really crisp shots landing. And the fight is going to be similar, but hey, the fight at the same time is going to be very different. Now, I just happen to have a very good friend named Phoenix the Assassin who breaks down fights for me. He's a trainer, got a world-class eye for fights. And what he speculated should be the difference between the first fight and the second fight for Gervonta is that Gervonta is going to need to spend a lot more time fighting on the outside and scoring points for a longer period of time on the outside, and then making sure that, and basically forcing
For Gervonta Davis, the rematch is more than just another fight. It's a chance to prove himself, win back his reputation, and quiet the critics who doubted him after the first match. That fight made some people question his place in the sport, so this one is very important for his career. A clear win would show that the last result was just a one-time mistake and not a sign of his real ability. This fight means a lot to Davis, both personally and professionally.
Lamont Roach, he feels that he won. Like, do you think the best thing going forward, they should just run it back, have a rematch?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I
Right.
think a rematch is definitely called for. And I think probably, the sooner the better.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
say, hey, let's work on a deal to where we could get in there within the next 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, I agree there.
In their first fight, Gervonta Davis showed some weaknesses that weren't seen in his past matches. His defense wasn't as sharp, and he seemed to get tired as the fight went on. Lamont Roach took advantage of this, landing punches that threw off Davis's timing and confidence. Fans and experts noticed these problems, which made it clear that Davis wasn't at his best. Now, the rematch gives him a chance to fix those mistakes and show how good he really is. After the fight, Gervonta Davis spoke honestly about the mental and emotional struggles he faced. He shared that the pressure and tiredness affected his focus and how he fought. The experience was so hard that he even thought about leaving boxing. He also talked about going to therapy, showing how serious his struggle was. This honesty helped people see that a boxer's challenges are not just in the ring, but also in their personal life.
He wants to do therapy. He wants to do real estate. They want to say he wasn't all in because him and Roach are friends, and he's going to be focused for the second fight. A lot of excuses. They want to say it's because of the braids, the oil getting in his eye. Whatever. This is what really happened. And I just now came to this conclusion because I've been making some other videos for Patreon, but Lamont Roach posted a video recently on
As Davis prepares for the rematch, his training has completely changed. Every drill and sparring session is now more intense and focused. His footwork has become smoother and more balanced, and his reaction time is quicker, helping him read and respond to his opponent better. The easygoing attitude from before is gone, replaced by serious discipline. It's clear that Davis sees this fight as a big challenge and is giving it his full effort.
Move your head. Oh, stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
This fight is about more than just titles or rankings for Gervonta Davis. The draw in the first match hurt his pride and made people question his legacy in boxing. That personal setback has pushed him to come back stronger and prove himself. Davis is now driven by the need to show his true value and earn back respect. This rematch is not just a fight, it's about pride, identity, and honor, making it deeply personal and emotional for him.
We got to talk about it. So Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe to toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. Lamont Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at them like, I don't want her braiding my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims, got all these receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, oh, this had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should she have remained quiet, or should she did what she did, which is spoke up. You let me know.
Davis's team went into the first fight with a clear plan based on Roach's strengths and style. Their strategy was smart, but it didn't work as well as they hoped during the fight. Instead of changing everything, they are now focused on improving the same plan. They're working on better execution, staying more disciplined, and adding pressure at key moments to increase their chances of winning this time.
Surprised by Roach and Tank. What do you think the biggest surprise was in the fight?
It wasn't a surprise because we know Roach. It wasn't a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Roach can fight. A lot of people think because a person is not popular, that they don't exist. There's fighters out there that can rumble. They just got to get the opportunity. You know?
What's the difference makers coming into this fight?
The first fight, I thought, everybody thought Jalil won. We just got to turn, hit the gears a little harder. We ain't really got to change too much. Just got to put the icing on the cake, Put the icing on the cake this time, that's all. He did enough to win the last fight, but we was in somebody else's territory,
This time around, being in Florida, do you feel like it's a mutual zone?
Yeah. It's more of an even playing field in Florida.
Okay. Do you feel like he needs a stoppage to win the fight due to what happened the first time?
Not necessarily. A stoppage is good, but not necessarily. You just got to put the icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Just hit the gears a little harder. That's all. He hit the gears hard enough the last time, but boxing is a dirty game. It's a dirty game. You got biased people, unfair people. Anybody saw that first fight that Jalil lost, they don't know boxing.
If Jalil is successful in this fight, what do you guys expect for Jalil? And then, obviously Eddie Hearn had a lot to say when Jalil took that loss.
Teofimo Lopez shared his thoughts on what happened after the first fight, saying that Davis was left alone and faced a lot of criticism from the boxing world. Many people started to doubt him, which can hurt a fighter's confidence and image. Lopez pointed out that this kind of pressure can be tough to handle. His words show just how important the rematch is, not just for Davis to win, but to restore his reputation with fans and fellow fighters.
I know a lot of people, look what they did with Gervonta too. I want everybody, all these young fighters that are listening to this, and you could clip this. It's a short part right here.
I got you.
To Ryan could clip this right here. To all you young fighters, look at the amount of love they were giving and sharing to Gervonta Tank Davis prior to the fight. Look at what all the reporters were doing prior to the fight. Look how they were all laughing at all his jokes prior to his fight against Lamont Roach. After the fight, look how many were waiting to down this man. Down him. See, I'm going to talk my smack with Tank, but that's because I want to fight him. That's me. I can say that. But I just want all you young fighters to really look about it. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
They won't ever care about us. When you winning, they're going to be there. But they're waiting for any moment to slip up. Just a man, even a draw. Look how much hate he got out of it.
Yeah, not to get deep, but it's a part of our psychology. We have to learn how to care about other people. You know what I mean?
This rematch is very important for both Davis and Roach. It's their chance to answer any doubts and show where they really stand in the boxing world. Skipping this fight could leave questions and hurt their legacies. Both fighters know that people will be watching closely and remembering this match, so they must give their best performance. This shared understanding is pushing them to train harder and take the fight even more seriously.
Shout out to my man Lamont.
All right, so you sparred Lamont Roach in preparation for his bout with Gervonta Davis.
Absolutely.
First, what did you think of the fight?
What did I think of the fight? It's a little different for me because it's definitely a point of bias there.
Wait, let me put out a disclaimer. He's from Baltimore.
Definitely, I mean, East Baltimore all day. But I'm looking at it from a point of bias because his dad, Ben Johnson Sr. and all them guys that was down there, the coaches Tim and everything like that, they all good people. So I got to know them on a more personal level. And then I get to see like how hard a world champion works. And not only that, to see how he treated his people. So I was going for him just off of personality alone, but everything else, he made me believe in Kent for real. Because me and him like have similar personalities. Know what I mean? As far as the ring, you know what I mean? So everything we was ready for, like talking shit and everything like that, because that was coming from me, you know what I'm saying? Me and Lamont. So everything was just everything for real. But everything else, he made me believe in Kent for real. Because me and him like have similar personalities. Know what I mean? As far as the ring, you know what I mean? So everything we was ready for, like talking shit and everything like that, because that was coming from me, you know what I'm saying? Me and Lamont. So everything was just everything for real. I think he should have won too, you know what I'm saying? But actually when I was there, I thought they actually was gonna like rob, you know what I mean? But you can't, you know what I mean? You can't deceive the people that's there for what they saying for real.
So you felt like he should have got the nod in the
Absolutely.
decision.
Especially with all the other controversy too. It should have been overturned, but we know how boxing works, but I mean, we running it back for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Did that teach you a lesson though?
Absolutely, you know what I mean? But you gotta just do, it seemed like, cause I feel like he did, not only did he shock the world, it's like, I guess you just gotta do more on top of that. Like you just gotta do more, I guess.
Roach's performance in the first fight impressed many people with his smart strategy and calm attitude. He showed that he could keep up with Davis's speed and power, and at times even forced Davis to stay on defense. His strong showing earned him respect as a serious challenger. Now, in the rematch, Roach has a chance to do even better by moving faster, being more accurate, and staying mentally strong to try and win clearly. Core Stevenson, who has sparred with Roach before, shared his thoughts on Roach's skills and game plan. He praised Roach's strong defense and how well it stopped Davis's attacks. Stevenson's support adds weight to Roach's chances in the rematch. His confidence in Roach shows how competitive this fight will be and makes it clear that Davis is going up against a smart and well-prepared opponent. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.